What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rishengle Malomani, and this is my YouTube channel, Rishengle Blessing, where I talk all things adulting. Happy New Year, Happy New Month, Happy Fab. This is the month of love, and I hope everything works out for you in the love department. Anyways, guys, getting into today's topic. So I've realized that I haven't done a lot of content with regards to adulting, and that is because I tried doing it and I realized that it actually requires me to share a whole lot about myself. Like, it was even some things that I was not willing to share, but I think it's something that I'm actually getting used to, that if I want to, so it was now a thing of, do I want to create content and share about and really help people the way that I wanted to do it at first, or I don't want to share, so I'm not gonna share. I'm not gonna do YouTube at all. I decided, you know what, I actually want to do this, and I will share parts of myself. So just be kind on the comment section, and yeah, let's get right to it. I've decided that I'm gonna do like a series where I will post, where we're going to talk about one thing, but then it's going to continue from one stage to another. So the first series is, we're going to talk cars, buying cars, anything that has to do with cars. That's what we're going to talk about in this whole month of Feb. And then in the month of March, we're going to talk about something else. So I hope you guys tune in, and I hope you guys let me know in the comment section what you think. I hope you like this video. I hope you share, and let's help each other. So the reason why I've decided to do cars is because I struggled when I wanted to buy a car. I did not have the right information, and I made a lot of mistakes, which I'm still paying for today. So the reason why I want to share this is so that I can help somebody. You know, it's better that you know those things before you actually get into it, so that when you get into it, you know what you're doing, you know how to avoid some of the things that I couldn't avoid and some of my friends couldn't avoid as well. So please know that I'm not an expert in anything that I'm saying. This is based on research. It's also based on my personal experiences. I think most of it is based on my personal experiences and the experiences of other people. And yeah, and I hope you find this helpful. If you do, and if you like this channel, or if you like me, please subscribe, please like, and please share, and let us grow together. Okay, guys, so the first thing that I want us to talk about is driver's license today. That's the first thing that I want us to talk about. And I hope we all know what a driver's license is. I'm sure we do. So a driver's license, it's that card. It's actually a card that is given by the government, so that you are permitted to drive a car as an adult. So in South Africa, when you reach the age of 18 years old, you can go apply for that license. You have to write a test first, which is your learners. You can do your learners at the age of 16, and then you have to do your license at the age of 18. So there are different codes when you do license. There's code A, B, C, D, E. The purposes of today's video, I'm going to use the old codes, because that is what is in my mind. Those are the codes that I can remember. It's the code that I'm actually familiar with. So that is code 8, code 10, and code 14. If you know those codes, please let me know. And also, please let me know if you have a license already. Please let me know what code is your driver's license. I have a C1, which is a code 10. So the code start at A, which A is for the motorbike, and then there is B, which is for the light vehicles, like your smaller cars, and then there's us, the truck drivers. There's us, the truck drivers. So yeah, so those are the different kinds of codes. And then there's code 14, which is like for the buses, for the trailers, and they're actually different. When it comes to code, the higher the code, the better. For example, somebody with a code 14 can drive a code 10 and a code 8. Like me with a code 10, I can drive a code 8 car. So I remember when I did my driver's license, I did not know that there were codes. I just thought, okay, it's a license is a license. We all have the same thing. Only to get there, and then they were like, okay, Ceci, you want to do your learners? Because you have to write a test, like I said, you have to write, I think it's called the K53. You have to write it first before you actually do the license. So I went to the traffic department, and they asked me, okay, Ceci, what type of code do you want? And then I'm just like, code? Like, what do you mean code? And then so we have code 8 and we have code 10 and we have code 14. And then they explained to me that code 10 is easier, it's easier to pass, there's no side parking. I was like, yes, that's the one. I want that. Easy stuff so that we can finish. Because at that point I was already doing my 3rd year, and I realized, you know what, I want easy stuff. I want to finish this, I want to get this thing done. Only to get home, and then I told my mom that, okay, I've registered to do a code 10. And she was like, no, you should have asked me. You were supposed to do a code 8 because people who drive code 10 can't drive. And I think this is partly true somehow, some way. Because thing is, you're not going to learn how to do side parking. All you do with a truck, you're just going to go straight into the poles. You get your driver's license, you're done. Now you have to struggle doing side parkings. You have to struggle with all these other things. I've already registered and I've already paid, and then when I went back to them, they told me that I have to pay again for me to do a code 10. So you need to know what code you want to do before you actually go to the traffic station. Most companies that teach people how to drive, they want people to do code 10 because I think it's easier for them to actually teach them. For example, we had to stay at the back of a bakkie, and then would exchange driving on the road, and like there was just a lot of us. I think they were making a whole lot of money. And that is why I think these companies prefer people to do code 10. I don't know. That is just how I've seen it. It could be different depending on the area and depending on the companies and stuff like that. The advantage of doing a code 10 is that you can drive other codes as well. And also, because we know the kind of economy that we have in South Africa, I think for me, a code 10 was an advantage in case I wanted to apply for a job, like a driving job, or a job where I would be required to drive like a truck or something like that. I would be at an advantage rather than somebody with a code 8 who can only drive like light vehicle cars. So for that reason, I think having a code 10 was actually a better option for me. So that's the thing about driving licenses, guys. So now I want us to talk about the advantages of having a driver's license. Stay tuned. The first reason why you need a driver's license, guys, is for job opportunities. For example, where I work, if you do not have a driver's license, you will not get they're actually going to take your application and just check it out. And just do it as soon as before you even go to university, because by the time you finish, you know, okay, that part of your life is done. You don't need to finish university, then go get a license because you're going to be applying for jobs and they're going to want a driver's license and you won't have it, and that will limit your chances of actually getting employment. It is very important. Like, I cannot stress how important it is for you to get a driver's license just as soon as you get to 18 years old, guys. If your parents can, like, I've actually seen people with iPhones without driver's licenses. Like, I don't understand that. But anyways, let's not get personal. But yeah, a driver's license, it's very important, guys. Like, it is very important. Like, I remember there are people that actually lost out on opportunities simply because they did not have a driver's license. You don't want to be in that position. I mean, the economy in South Africa is bad enough. We can't deal with that. The second reason why you need to have a driver's license, this is very important, and I did not know this. So this is my story. This is how I'm gonna explain this. When I bought my car, I had to choose insurance, and insurance is part of the series. I'm gonna talk about it in another video separately. Part of the conditions of that insurance is that my access was going to increase simply because I had my driver's license for less than 2 years. So I got my driver's license in 2017, and then I bought my car in 2018. Because my driver's license was less than 2 years, they had to increase the access. Access is the money that you pay when you have an accident and you have to claim for that accident. So you pay a certain amount of money. So with me, because my license was less than 2 years, they had to add, I think, about 2,500 rands just because of that. So it is very important to get your driver's license, to get the driver's license early because of that reason. Another thing, it's not only the access. Also your premiums. Premiums is the amounts that you pay on a monthly basis for your insurance. If your license is less than 2 years, my friend, you're gonna pay a whole lot of money. I was paying a lot of money simply because my license was less than 2 years. And at that point, I was like, if only I had gotten my license earlier, if only I had gotten my license sooner, then I would not have to deal with all of this. I would actually pay less money. Because I remember when I told my parents how much I was paying, they were like, why are you paying so much money for that small car? And I was just like, I don't know, like this is the cheapest that they've quoted me. The third thing is that when you go to university, this is a story of somebody I know. So they had to do practicals, and because they had to do practicals, they had to travel out of the school, so they didn't have a car. You know, these universities, some of these universities, they're like, we're gonna give you a car, like. So this lady had to go do practicals, and they told her that we're gonna give you a car. Unfortunately, she did not have a driver's license, and then now she had to find somebody to drive her to for the practicals, then bring her back. Like the car was available, but simply because she did not have a driver's license, then she couldn't have that option. Now she has to take an Uber, spend a whole lot of money. So imagine if she had taken a driver's license earlier in life, then things would have been so much easier for her. Another thing, which is something that I feel it's pretty much obvious, it's in cases of emergencies where there could be a car there and somebody is dying, but because you don't have a driver's license, somebody ends up dead. This has particularly happened to me. It was not an emergency, but I was home and my parents wanted to send me somewhere. My parents woke up, they went to work, they were like, hey Shangi, you should do this when we were at work. And there were 2 cars in the garage. I had to walk for like 3 kilometers to go to the complex, because for those of you who know where I stay in section D, Malamlele, and I had to walk to the complex. For those of you who know Limpopo, they know how hot that place is. Leaving 2 cars at home simply because I didn't have a driver's license. Guys, you don't want that to be you, because the moment you have a license, it's easy for your parents to even open up and actually just allow you to actually drive and see how the whole license thing goes, see how you can actually drive and how effective you are in driving, and then you can they can end up just trusting you and giving you a car. And also, if you're born in like families where they are capable of buying you a car, they can actually buy you a car simply because you have a driver's license, because it is very important for you, especially if you start working. Like a car becomes very important because getting to work can be a problem, and if you already have a license, it makes things much. That's it from me today, guys. That's all that I wanted to tell you about the importance of getting a driver's license. And if there's anything that I've left out that you know of the importance of a driver's license, please just comment down below. Let us engage, let us talk, and I can't wait to share with you my next video about cars, buying cars and stuff like that. So just look out for that video. It's coming this week, definitely this week. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like it. I hope you share it with somebody, and I hope you learned something, because I did as well. And yeah, see you again next time. Bye.